So, back for another episode of Believe in Boyt with this green team that is also a hard trick room team. So I fell for the trap of the season was ended, so I couldn't actually battle and record a video yesterday. But here is going to be another one. It's going to be using the same team that I was using previously with the gravity, so you can make your sleep moves very accurate. Can't say 100% accurate, it does with hypnosis, but Sing is only 91% accurate. But there is a lot of ways to put the opponent to sleep here, while also just being a hard trick room team so that it can just go for trick room and hopefully sweep as well. If you're interested in using the team ID is in the top right and in the description, and there's a poke paste. Let's get into some battles. And I forgot we had to climb back out of Great Ball again, so there we go. There's a few people that's going to have to do that. So that is also somewhat of a hard trick room team, but there is a Meowscarada there. So I should be able to just go with my gravity setup, especially because I'm heat proof on the Bronzong. The only awkward thing is I can't just go for gravity and Sing on the first turn, because the Azumarill and Scarlet do outspeed the Bronzong. I can still go for Sing, but it's going to be risky if I do. I definitely want my Mudsdale. Yeah, I think I want Scarlet and Bronzong with Mudsdale and the Azumarill in the back. That seems pretty reasonable to me. Need to be aware of the Dragonite to an extent, but I guess just don't Terastillize the Scarlet and it'll be fine. And the Bronzong is going to shrug off the extreme speeds as well, so... Well, that's a cool trainer card. It happens to be mine. Ah, there is Meowscarada. Well, that's not good, because now they are threatening me quite heavily with their attacks. With the knockoff onto either slot. If I Terastillize Bronzong, then that's going to be weak to the fighting. If I Terastillize Scarlet, then Dragonite in the back would be bad, because then it can now extreme speed me. I will just double attack this Meowscarada. That's one of the biggest threats to me at the moment. It needs to be taken care of. So something can take a knockoff, but either will survive, and the Meowscarada will go down to its sash. So I don't get the +2 from the Throw Spray, unfortunately. But could be worse. Scarlet should outspeed the Hariyama, at least, because most hard trick room teams have minimum speed Hariyama. That means I'd speed tie with the Azumarill. But like I said, I need to just attack the Meowscarada. That is the biggest threat at the moment. Because it's doing a lot of damage to me. And I'm going to lose both Pokemon. Well, not both Pokemon. One of the Pokemon here. But at least Meowscarada is gone. That is the big thing. But one of these Pokemon is being KO'd. I prefer its Bronzong, I think. But it should be Scarlet. Yeah, it is Scarlet. So I guess I could have gone for the Terastillization on Scarlet. Because this Gyro won't do much, so I could have got away with the Gravity as well. Yeah, that's not much at all. Right, Mudsdale will underspeed the Hariyama, so it kind of has to be Azumarill. And then whatever Pokemon comes in, actually, Azumarill is threatening pretty well. Like, including that, although that's going to be able to go for extreme speeds now. It was still jarable there. It is a shame I didn't go for Gravity last turn, because I could have just singed the Dragonite. I'm thinking here as I go for Water Liquidation into the Dragonite. Mainly because I'm curious, will that actually KO? I don't think it will. And if they're multi-scores, definitely not. But I don't know, Azumarill's pretty strong. I am making myself neutral to close combat now as well, actually. So that should have been taken into consideration. Maybe it was just a blind Sing into Dragonite. Probably did need to be that. Are they taking care of Bronzong or just chunking the Azumarill? Taking care of Bronzong, okay. I don't know if I'd have KO'd. Depends if it's Choice Band. If it wasn't Choice Band, then I'd surely survive, but we will never know. Oh, I don't get Life Orb anymore. They win the speed tie. That did too. I shouldn't have Terastillized there. But I guess I should have just won the speed tie, because now this definitely won't KO. Would it have KO'd with the Life Orb? No, it would not have done. So, there is not much to be done here, I'm afraid. Because their fast mode has definitely bopped my slow mode. I guess I can luck into high horsepower. It's not over. Extreme speed into Azumarill, surely. And close combat into Mudsdale. So if I do take care of the Dragonite, and it is a speed tie between Azumarill and Hariyama. This has got to be into Azumarill so it stops the Aqua Jet, right? Unless they read that. But that's okay. High horsepower will KO the Dragonite, because I'll survive the close combat. And it needs to be a speed tie between Hariyama and... I can change moves. Yeah, if it is a speed tie, then it's still possible. Especially if it's Torkoal in the back. Does very much need to be a speed tie, though. And one that I win. But that is Torkoal. So, Terastillizing Azumarill was bad there, because it would have been able to just definitely take on the Hariyama. But now it probably can't. Like, I need to win a speed tie here and KO the Hariyama. Okay, okay. Azumarill, move first, please. Please and thank you. Oh, wait. Oh, they're going for knockoff. Why didn't they close combat? Okay, fine. I will take the win. Thank you very much. Do they not have close combat? Like, okay. Fine. That should just be a win for me then. That was a strange knockoff. High horsepower into Torkoal can still miss, I guess, but Liquidation's 100% accurate. It is water boosted now as well. That was a surprising knockoff, let's say, when close combat would have just been a win for them. Because they may not have been min speed as well. All they had to be was not min speed, and they definitely moved first. So, but knockoff, I will take it. Absolutely. That was a surprising win. I felt like I led poorly into the Meowscarada fast mode with the Dragonite in the back, but somehow scraped through. That's cool, team. I like that. That's got some good synergies there. Right, so if I do get into Trick Room, then things are looking very good. How do I get into Trick Room? Is it Rage Powder? Is it Fake Out? I've got 2 ghosts. They got 3 ghosts. Fake Out, if they leave with both ghosts, is very awkward for the Bronzong. So it probably does have to be Toedscruel. But Toedscruel itself can set up Trick Room, so it could just be Toedscruel instead of Bronzong. Do I need the Bronzong? It would just be for gravity shenanigans. But I don't think Bronzong's very good here. So I think I'll still bring Medicham as an alternative Trick Room setter if needed. But everything is on the ground already. Mudsdale is looking very good. I still want Medicham just in case. I'm gonna leave with it. I am bringing Mudsdale, and it's between Azumarill and Skeledirge. And I think it's Skeledirge. Azumarill was still very good there. That's a cool training card. And it is mine. So I don't necessarily get the fast fake out. Medicham hits 85 speed. So a little bit to invest a Grimmsnarl that has fake out would outspeed me. Do they just immediately turn into a grass type? Do I even need to fake out? Couldn't I just double into Scarlet with Earth Power and Psycho Power? Oh, it's Zen Headbutt on this team because I have Gravity. Are they terastillizing into a grass type to avoid the spore? So I'll be fine with that. I did not spore. Earth Power is pretty useless, but that's okay. Zen Headbutt will still hurt. They did have Fake Out, okay. That's fair enough. But, of course, Zen Headbutt is not in the Gravity. So we're living that, so I can still get my Trick Room next turn. And they are the good item, so that's good for them. But Zen Headbutt is very strong. That was not as strong as I thought it would be. Right, so now I can Trick Room. Not Trick Room, Rage Powder and Trick Room. And then I should be fine going forward. So I'll be able to bring in Scarlet and Torch on me. Oh yeah, they're a grass type now. But this is redirecting the Grimmsnarl, so it's fine. Forgot that they wouldn't be redirected there, but yeah, the important thing was taking that Spirit Ray. So even though I'm at 1 HP, that was the important one. The Scarlet should be in close combat range based on the Zen Headbutt damage. So that did about, like, over 40%, right? I'm not going to be able to check. But then close combat should get it. It's just because if I go into Mudsdale, I would need to go for Heavy Slam to KO the Grimmsnarl. Whereas I'd like to lock into High Horsepower if I can. Well, they might have Rotom in the back. They had a Rotom, right? Heavy Slam's not very good against that. Could just be that the Grimmsnarl might underspeed the Medicham. Because I haven't seen that yet. Because they went for Fake Out and I went for Trick Room. So I don't know that yet. So let's just Heavy Slam the Grimmsnarl and close combat the Scarlet. And then we'll have to see what's in the back. Let's reflect. So they might live this Heavy Slam now. Oh, they will live the close combat as well. Yeah, I didn't factor in that at all. What am I doing? That was foolish. So now this definitely will not KO. Like so. Would have KO'd, but did not. If I Fighting Terror'd, that might have been a play. Because that would have covered for the Reflect. Oh no, Terror Blast. Oh no! No, now I lose my Mudsdale. Although, now Scarlet comes in with 3 turns of Trick Room. And can now activate its Torch Song. Because I can go for Torch Song into the Grimmsnarl. I can go for close combat into the... Oh, I should go for Zen Headbutt. Because there's another couple of ghosts that could be waiting in the back. They don't just switch to Masquerada. And of course, I will just hit said Zen Headbutt. That is how it works. Right? Should I, like, surely I should go for Zen Headbutt just to cover for the 2 ghosts that could come in. But they're not coming in, right? Nah, they're not coming in. It's fine. Didn't matter. Although if they have Masquerada with Sucker Punch, that's very bad. If they have Masquerada with a Focus Sash, that's very bad. So, either way round. At least I get my... Well, if they bring in Masquerada, I think I need to sing to cover for the Focus Sash. Which obviously is not the most ideal thing. If it's not, oh, it's Rotom. They got Reflect up, so I still might need to sing. Because Hex won't be strong enough. think I do need to sing, from what I can see. If Reflect wasn't up, I could Fighting Terror KO the Rotom, but I can't. Yeah, because in case it's Goldengo in the back, I wouldn't win if I do that, so... This time I will Zen Headbutt to cover for the Ghost Switching. It didn't happen, and I didn't hit the Sing, so... From what I could see, like, if this is not Goldengo in the back, then I'm going to be quite sad, because then Scarlet would have still been able to win. But I can, of course, always miss Hydro Pump. Well, not me, them. But they didn't, so... And I didn't Terastallize that turn, which I probably should have done. But that was Meowscarada, so I am quite sad right now, because Scarlet would have probably 1v1'd. So, yeah, now, like, this is a turn too late. I should have done this previously. And I have to hope that they are not Focus Sash. And don't have Sucker Punch. Yeah, even if I'm going for Sing, I should Terastallize, right? Yeah, so I was too focused on the Goldengo just having Make It Rain be neutral against me, and then they would just win, if that were the case. But didn't cover everything enough, so a bit of a wasted... Yes, Brother protects, so... Can still connect with the Sing. No, not quite. That's why you need Gravity, so... Obviously 2 Hexes would have got the Rotom, so that would have been much more optimal. It's just Eerie Impulse, okay. Interesting. I mean, the only way back now is them to attack the Skeledurge with the Meowscarada and then Hydro Pump miss the Medicham. But obviously they just Flower Trick the like, oh, there's knockoff. Oh. Don't have Thunderbolt and miss Hydro Pump. Oh. Oh. Ah, Volt Switch is 100% accurate as well. Boo. Yeah, so my Skeledurge could have won that if I would have Terastallized and not Sung. If I'd have just gone for double Hex, then that would have been okay. So, obviously you're trying to play the odds there with the Sing, but because I only had 2 turns of Trick Room left, I did think I needed to connect with the Sing to win, because there you go, Knockoff's doing nothing. Hydro Pump would have done nothing, so I Terastallized way too late with the Skeledurge there. If I did it even 1 turn earlier, I think that my Skeledurge would have won that game. Because Knockoff does nothing now, and Rotom doesn't beat it. So that was... I think the Sing was still okay. Double Hex was obviously better, but not Terastallizing that turn was very poor from me. Pretty standard. But if Trick Room goes up, I am looking good. DD, so I'm less inclined to lead with the Medicham. I think this one might just be Toadscool and Bronzong. Definitely Azumarill. I think Medicham. Skeledurge is fine, but extra Trick Room setting is pretty good. Springing all 3 of my Trick Room setters means that I am very likely to be in Trick Room, and if that team faces opposing Trick Room, then I should be okay. Although they do have the Armarouge mode that they can go for. Although it might be the weak armor one, given that they've got potential beat up into Annihilate. Okay, that one is actually a cool trainer card. And I wasn't talking about my one. That's alright. So, do I need my Terastallization for anything else? Because I can Terastallize into Dark-type with Bronzong here. Pretty comfortably. So I can spawn Murkrow and Trick Room, so long as I Terastallize into Dark-type. And that will make me resist the knockoffs as well. The only downside here would be if they go for Trick Room themselves with Meowscarada. That's all I can see. Slash Meowscarada itself has to. And Toadscool can't be talking to either because of the Mental Herb. That was weird. Don't know why you'd do that. Like, you outspeed every single one of my Pokemon with every single one of yours. So, not sure what that was. Bit of a wasted Terastillization from me then. But, oh well. That is a Sleeping Murkrow. I can now get my Gravity set up as well. Do I need to? Could I just Earth Power and Gyro Ball? Does that even KO the Meowscarada? I'm not sure it does. So I think I'll just break the Focus Sash on the Meowscarada, right? Or do I hard switch? No, that's not worth. Yeah, I'll double up into the Meowscarada. If they protect, then Gravity was better. But it looks like they didn't protect, and that's the Murkrow? I was going for Meowscarada there, but Murkrow. This isn't going to KO. Not quite. There you go. Damage Intuition still spot on. That should be a KO into the Toadstool, which is what I would like. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. Now this is Gravity and Liquidation into the Meowscarada. Or into the Murkrow, because I can't get it right. And then next turn I'll just be able to sing, no, Hypnosis, whatever that comes in on the Meowscarada slot, and play off the Murkrow. So, Liquidation into the Murkrow. Oh, actually, because I'm going to be setting Gravity. Water hits everything. And so does Play Rough, except for the Armor Rouge. So, yeah. Like, tiny bit stronger in Play Rough, but Liquidation is fine. So, Liquidation and Gravity. Show me Armor Rouge. That's an Armor Rouge, so I'm glad I didn't play rough. Not sure what that switch in was. Maybe, like, expecting the Gyro Ball, but this is fine. This is going to be very straightforward now. Definitely a KO. And I am surely sweeping this game. So if you're bringing Murkrow against Hard Trick Room, you better be taunting. But the downside of that is that, like, surely Hard Trick Room teams have ways of stopping taunt, like my Terastillized Bronzong, my Mental Herb Toadstool. So, like, I disagree with bringing Murkrow to Hard Trick Room matchups. I don't think that's worth. So the Annihilate might be Vital Spirit, but the Annihilate is also complete dead weight. I could Liquidation to cover for a Fire-type Terastillization. I could just play rough because it's just a regular Annihilate at the moment. How many turns of Trick Rooms left? It's 2. Okay. So I think I'll take the KO on the Murkrow while I can, and just to cover for Defiant Annihilate, I will go for Hypnosis. If it's Vital Spirit, then, you know, not the worst thing. I'll just attack it twice next turn. It is Vital Spirit, so fair enough. Because I didn't want a Gyro Ball to activate Rage Fist even more. Play Rock can't miss because of the Gravity, which is very nice. And they didn't Terastillize, so I could have got the Life Orb Play Rock into them. But this is just Rain Punch, because I would actually like to lose the Bronzong here. Just Bulk Up, okay. That could actually get quite scary, if they Terastillize now. Because I would like to go for Play Rough now. Because I can definitely Gyro Ball the Meowscarada. I will just Play Rough. It should be fine. Attacking the Murkrow was suboptimal there, but I didn't want them Terastillizing in while I Play Rough, or anything like that. But allowing them to get a bulk up, given I have 3 physical attackers left, and I can't sleep them, may not be ideal, but they did not protect the Meowscarada. That might not have Protect on it. Slashing might be choice banded based on the damage, but I can't remember. But they didn't Terastillize either. This can't miss. That's almost a KO, so yeah, I'm still perfectly fine. That needs to be a Terastillization into Fire-type there. Although, to be fair, they're recovering a lot. But not enough. Because now I can go for Trick Room and Play Rough, and there is lefties, okay. Well, I think the Liquidation might actually be slightly stronger now. Because if they do Terastillize into Fire now, then they could have the potential to sweep. Potentially. But I will. Trick Room is definitely over, right? Yeah, it is. So, yeah, Liquidation's the Annihilate and set Trick Room again. And there is the Terastillization. So, that's what I was attempting to play around when I didn't play rough it previously, but it seems that I have played around it successfully now, because +1 Rage Fist, only at 100 base power, does not KO a Zoom Roll. So this is absolutely fine. No Trick Room, but now I can fake it out if the Liquidation somehow doesn't even KO this Annihilate, which it absolutely will. So based on the play rough super effective damage, the Liquidation is also going to do enough. So just not letting the fire type Terastillization screw me over there. Even if I went for play rough that turn, I could just protect and Trick Room with the Medicham next turn, and then close combat and Liquidation is then at KO. So it doesn't really matter, this just sped it up a little bit. So yeah, like bringing Murkrow to hard Trick Room is not a good idea in my opinion. Because the only reason you're bringing it is for taunt. Maybe if you've got Quash, actually. If you've got Quash, that's reasonable, if they don't have NDD. But otherwise, Murkrow is just complete dead weight. Although that is a really cool training card.